Hey there everyone, Lord Frigid here with another episode of Aether Raids Offense. Today we are back in light season. I did have a pretty smooth season myself. This was actually the second light season in a row where I used every raiding party I have at least once, so that was pretty neat. That being said, that's really all I've got for an introduction, so let's go ahead and get right into these battles. The first map up is a somewhat Teleus-themed savior setup with the Black Knight carrying AR Farsave to protect his allies from two-range attacks. That being said, I'm not entirely convinced that this is the right composition to be running a savior skill. Usually I would think of a savior skill as being more effective when paired with powerful units that want to initiate combat. Whereas Hell and Ashnard, their shtick is kind of that they make player phase strategies difficult in and of themselves. I don't think you need to add another layer of protection onto that. But I digress. The two biggest weaknesses from a structural standpoint on the map are these two spaces right here. Over on the left, you can place a unit there and you will draw out Duo Peony for free. Over on the right, you will be able to deal with both Yoon and Peony without the run-range units being able to reach you, but do be aware that you are in range of Ashnard's Gurgurant for the entire thing. I really don't see any reason not to engage with one of those strategies, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into my attempt. I am going to go ahead and send in the Glimmer Gang for this battle. I'm going to send Cecilia up the left-hand side, and I'll just plant her in the range of Duo Peony, because there's no rally factor. Oh, that trap was fake.
I am in.
Huh. That's curious. I wasn't expecting that, to be honest with you. Usually when a bolt trap, specifically, is like right near your units and nowhere near the enemies, that's going to be the real one. But this one has flipped the script on me. Interesting. Alright, back to the plan. I will drop Cecilia in range of Peony. Milla is isolating Petrine, so she cannot reposition Hell. I think that will allow me to have Lysithea delete the Hell on the next player phase, so that will be really nice. And I'll have Milla down here in column 3, so she can isolate, Petrine again. Since she should be there, she should move just over to the right one and then just down 2 spaces. Peony does attack into Cecilia as expected. She goes down because Cecilia has flyer effectiveness, and Ashnard repositioned Hell because I forgot he had reposition. Yay! Okay, I guess I just need to retreat here. Unfortunately, taking out Ashnard is not an option at this point. Let me just go ahead and hit end turn. Milla's perfectly fine where she is. Alright, so let's see. Okay. Interesting. So, now I should be able to take out the Ashnard. He does... Oh, wow, he hits her back. Ah, he has guard bearing, of course. That's why he can survive her initial attack, because of that 50% mitigation. But, unfortunately, thanks to having plus 15 HP and plus 5 defense, plus an additional 2 defense from Nurturing Breath, Lysithea is able to take that hit quite nicely, and I can finish him off. I can probably also deal with this Yoon on the enemy phase by just planting Cecilia in her range. Go ahead and give her field buffs. Oh, okay, well, that's annoying. Wait, she doesn't die?
Yes.
Okay. I wanted to check the matchup, but the Black Knight Savior skill wouldn't let me. In any case, Yoon will go down here. Oh, even if she didn't have the Glimmer active, raw flyer effectiveness would have been enough to take down the Yoon. That's interesting, actually. I'm pretty sure she's a bonus unit this week. I guess that's just a lot of res stack between the solo and buff and Milla. Okay. So unfortunately, Petrine is in savior range of the Black Knight, so I'm just going to go ahead and go right around her and take out the Hell instead. And then I'll just retreat with the rest of my units, making sure not to break the breakable block on the right-hand side, sorry. Petrine should go and break that block, but unfortunately the Black Knight, he should move, straight down. I'm anticipating that going towards Cecilia, and he will still be in savior range to keep Lysithea from being attacked. Or to keep Lysithea from attacking Petrine. That said, Lysithea might be able to just take him down. Hold on, let me try this. Especially if I do it from here, since he won't have his savior bonuses. Oh, wow. But I just need to... Yeah, I'm taking some thinking time here. Gotta deal with this Petrine in my face.
What is your desire?
Over here?
This way.
Why not? Yes?
Consider it done.
So, after much consideration, the proper way to deal with the Petrine in my face is to put my Cecilia in her face. I'll smite Cecilia straight up with Milla, and then Lysithea can take out the Black Knight with her Glimmer activation. Petrine will attack into Cecilia, but she's not going to do much of anything, and then when the next player phase rolls around, I should be able to have air, some combination of air and Peony refresh to grab the Aether Fountain. And she has lunge. I did not account for that. Okay, taking some more thinking time then. Alright, I will be right back with you. So as it turns out, because the heavy trap that Cecilia got lunged onto was the real one, she is able to take out the Aether Fountain, and I can just have Lysithea finish the job after a chip from air. Although, maybe she didn't even need the chip from air. I admittedly did not run those numbers.
Stay far away from me!
The second map is a Space Oppression style setup. Elise is a 2-range cavalry vanguard meant to limit the amount of space attackers have to work with as they plan their approach. That being said, I do think this map is still, you can still player phase this. You can potentially Gale Force through Bramimont and Midori. Midori is obviously harder just because she has Spendthrift Bow and low attack def, reducing your attack stat by 10. And really, the complication it provides there is that you're almost forced to run a blue Gale Forcer to deal with her, and Yoon has Triangle Adept. But if you can manage to work through that, then your Gale Forces would proceed to take out Elise and Peony. Then Yoon would be able to attack one, Eldigan would be able to attack the other, but they wouldn't be able to gang up on a single one as long as you have positioned things correctly. That is my recommendation for a player phase style approach. If you're going enemy phase, what you are going to want to do probably is take advantage of the wall of structures below Yoon. Don't break them, leave them there, because that will allow you to form a nice safe haven for your non-tank units. What you're going to want to do is place a tank to the right of the defense fortress. As long as that tank doesn't die to Midori, which they really shouldn't if you're going to be sticking them there, Elise is probably going to be the one who attacks you, and because of the way the AI chooses the spot to attack from, she is going to be attacking from the space to the right of the tactics room. That way she is going to receive Peony and Triandra's refresh, and note that her extended threat range only goes out to here, so even if you don't have any backline space, you still have at least 4 spaces to hide your units. Midori is also unable to attack your tank because Elise has stolen the spot from her. So when she moves, she's going to warp right in front of her, serving herself up on a silver platter, basically. And what you'd have to worry about, if you don't have backline space open, that is that once Bramimon moves, he's going to get Eldigan's refresh. And if you have a unit over in the bottom right corner, they might get attacked instead of your tank, which could be catastrophic depending on who it is. So just something to be aware of. Those are my recommendations for both methods of approach, so let's go ahead and get into what I did. I'm going to go ahead and send in the seed raiding party for this battle. I'm going to be executing a Gale Force strategy, kind of obvious. The reason it's obvious, I think, is that with Midori there, I wouldn't really want to execute a enemy phase style approach with Sita, not carrying Iot's shield. So I'm going to go ahead and break some stuff here, get set up. I will need to destroy a few of these structures to minimize the amount of stats Midori gains from her ARD Def Res. Just because I do want Azura to be able to one-round KO her. So let me go ahead and break the healing tower. And then I can go ahead and refresh air, just walk her out to safety. Next turn, I'll be able to smite her up to grab the duo's hindrance, and then I will be ready to move my units into position to get an attack going. So let me go ahead and do that. And my plan is basically to have Sita take out Bramimont, then to have her take out Elise, And from that point, Azura should be able to take out the Midori, since Sita is also providing the Speed Def Rain penalties to her, or applying the Speed Def Rain penalties to her, which should reduce her defense enough for Azura to land 2 30s and get the job done. Activating her own Gale Force, she will refresh Sita, and Sita will attack Peony. And that will allow Sita to tank Yoon and Eldigan on the enemy phase. Yoon will die, Eldigan will not, for obvious reasons. And I should be good to finish off the map. So let me go ahead and get things in motion here. Let me just take a look at this matchup. That's lower than I was expecting. Okay. I mean, Peony's not in the same column yet, but I think that might be insurmountable, even with Peony and the Rain in place. Let me take out the Elise. Just take a look at this. Yeah, I don't think so. What did I miss here? I missed something. She's dealing 6 less damage. What is that? I don't think she had a penalty. I don't think she gets hit by Chaos Name.
What next?
There must be a def buff somewhere. Oh well, I guess it doesn't really matter, just because I don't think Peony and Triandra are going to be able to kill her here. Okay, Eldian still attacks into Sita. Oh wow, she dealt a 0. I was worried about absolutely nothing. Wow. Okay, now I just have to worry about actually beating this map in and taking the Aether structures in time. I'll have Sita Gale Force through Peony and Triandra. That will allow her to run out to safety. We'll go ahead and smite Peony up. If I reposition Peony in with air... Okay, that's unfortunate. I don't think Azura... I mean, Azura didn't hurt Eldigan at all. So let me go ahead and... I know that trap is fake. Let me go ahead and... Yeah, no, even if I chipped him, Peony wouldn't be able to land the KO. So let me go ahead... Yeah, I have 1 turn left. I think what I can do next turn is I can get Freya into the action, and then she should be able to finish the job that Peony starts. Let me go ahead and reposition from there. Just test that trap. It is real. Okay, so I know the other one is fake. Perfect. Not that I think I'll need to use that knowledge. Eldigan moves straight down. Yeah, this should be fine. So, grab the Amphore, and then I think I will go ahead and... I think it's better if I chip with air. Well, not chip. She's not going to deal any damage. But she will lower his defenses, or perhaps more accurately his res. And then, well, I guess defense is relevant too for Freya. But Peony is going to be able to bring him under half HP now, which will prevent him from mitigating damage with his Courtly Candle, since he will no longer meet the HP requirement, and Freya can just finish the job. And that is it. I hope you all enjoyed this episode of Aether Raids Offense. It turns out that what I missed on that second battle is the fact that Yoon had Def Tactic. I was not expecting that. So that caused Azura to fall 6 damage per hit shy of the 30 I was expecting, and she couldn't net the KO. Fortunately, Yoon also couldn't reach Azura from the location she refreshed, and Peony and Triandra dealt a 0, so it didn't really matter in the end. But it was still annoying to not be able to execute the strategy I had originally envisioned. In any case, next week we'll be going into Astra Season, Plumeria's bonus unit. Huzzah! She's already on all of my teams, so that's cool. And I hope to see you next week for an Aether Raids Offense video covering that experience. That's all I have for you this video, so as always, thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you next time.